Hey everyone. Welcome to our weekly wellness education series. My name is Stephanie Hilgendorf. I'm your Diamond Wellness Advocate with doTERRA, and today we're going to be going over a few promotions, including some of our back to school items and what things you'll need for when your kids or you go back to school. So we will start here with the doTERRA website. You just go to doterra.com, log yourself in, and click on the shop tab. And it'll have this carousel of things that are, scrolling through all of the different promotions here. So you can click on one of those. Or what I like to do is you go down to this carousel and you find the promotions tab. Click on that. It has all of them on one page. So as you start going down, we've got our free On Guard the month of September 2026. Usually you can get this just the 1st through the 15th of the month. For if you order 125 PV rewards order by the 15th, then you get a free bottle of On Guard. But if you order a foundational wellness bundle any time of the month, you'll then get that free product of the month. Then we have Harvest Spice, one of my favorites, our Gathering Blend. It is so great for like the fall season coming up. It's so calming and relaxing and just makes me think of fall crisp weather. And then we have our castor oil and our castor oil pack. There's a few videos under this tab when you click on shop now that you can go like, how do I use a castor oil pack? This is together for a limited time offer while supplies last. We still have our Shinrin Yoku products and our sun products as well. And then if you go back up to our shop tab, it has our back to school sale, which has its own page by itself. And this is where we're going to be spending the bulk of our time today. Our back to school sale happens usually once a year. Sometimes it's in August, sometimes it's in September, sometimes in July. I've seen it a few different ways. But basically, these are all the different products that we have for our back to school sale, which are some of my favorites, especially with your little ones going back to school and bringing home all sorts of awesome things that make the whole family just feel not at their best. So we have 15% off of all of the following items now through the 28th. So you still have almost another week. The 28th is a Friday. So we have till next Friday. All of these, while supplies last, are available at 15% off. So first things first, Wild Orange and the Pilot Diffuser. Now, if you've wanted the Pilot Diffuser but have not wanted to spend the full price on one of those oils that usually come with it that are more expensive, usually this is like a $55-$60 combo pack because they'll pair it with like On Guard or Endless Summer or one of those oils, but that's a little bit more expensive. But Wild Orange is only $13, and so they paired this with Wild Orange, and this is great for on the go. It's great for in the car having a diffuser going while you're taking kids to school, or when they're coming home. You could put the Wild Orange in it. We have one of my favorite things is a Wild Orange wake up, like having the Wild Orange going while you or the little ones are getting up in the morning. It kind of helps people put people in a good mood. So being able to have the Pilot Diffuser with the Wild Orange pairing, it keeps the cost, the price point down, and you're able to have, it's basically like the size of a soda can, and you can take it anywhere in the house with you and you just recharge it. So this is a great one to have, and having the Wild Orange, it's just sunshine in a bottle. You can have it in your kids' rooms as they're getting ready, or in the bathroom, or in the kitchen, wherever you guys kind of gather in the morning. And then, again, you could put it in the cup holder in the car. That's how it fits. So that is $38.25. And so that's the Wild Orange as well as the Pilot Diffuser. So just a great combo there to start it off with. And then, of course, On Guard is our Protective Blend. Our Protective Blend it's got cinnamon, clove, like Wild Orange, all of these really great, powerful immune boosting oils in one shot. So just having this on hand is going to be beneficial for helping when your kids go back to school, when you go back to school and you're exposed to everybody else's germs going on. This is a great one to have on hand to take internally, having a diffuser, spray it on surfaces in your home, having it in the diffuser at night, especially leading up to your first day of school. Making sure that you're exposing yourself to the On Guard on the regular basis. With all of these products, it's going to be helpful. And so, that's going to be a great one to have on hand. Then we have our kids collection. Now, this is a great deal because normally this kit itself is $130. And so now it's available for $110.50. This one has 7 kids collection oils. So they're touch oils in a roller bottle, all ready to go for your kids to use on their own. This is a great pack. It comes in a little container that has that you can fit all of the oils in. It also has these little cards. It's like these little flashcards on how to use them, and it has like visuals, like a little what emotion am I feeling? This is the oil that I need to use. So it's got Thinker, Calmer, Stronger, Tamer, Rescuer, Steady, and Brave. So Thinker is like the kids' version of Intune. It's really like put it on the back of your neck for helping to try to stay focused, especially during homework time. Calmer is kind of like the kids' version of Serenity. And so that's going to kind of help calm those emotions, especially if there's some anxious feelings going back to school. Stronger is the kids' version of On Guard. The cinnamon and clove and the spicy oils in the On Guard, sometimes like putting that on a skin of a child, it can be very like hot to the touch. So you definitely need to dilute that. But Stronger is kind of like a rose base that has still a lot of those powerful protecting oils, but in a much calmer form for the kids. Tamer is the kids' version of Digestin. Rescuer is the kids' version of Deep Blue. Steady is the kids' version of Balance. And then Brave, it's just on its own. It's just an amazing oil on its own. So all of those are in this carrying case. It also has silicone toppers with carabiners, so you can put them on the back of your kid's backpack. So that's the kids' collection. Then we have the On Guard Touch. So the On Guard oil, like I said before, it's very spicy on its own. This is the touch oil, which means it's already pre-diluted with fractionated coconut oil. And so this is a really good one, especially for kids to, roll on the bottom of their feet. You could put it down their spine, but something to have that On Guard for your child without it being spicy on their skin. And then, of course, we have their On Guard Sanitizing Mist. We have it in a 1-pack for $7.65 instead of $9. And then the Sanitizing Mist 5-pack, instead of $40, it's $34. So these are great to have on hand throughout the year. So some of the more unconventional uses for this On Guard Hand Sanitizing Mist, which, number one, I love it because it doesn't dry out your skin. It's got apple extract in it, which helps keep the moisture in your skin. It is amazing at keeping that moisture, and it doesn't dry out my skin. But another thing that this is really good for, if you have, sometimes kids will come home and be like, oh my gosh, this shirt, I need that tomorrow. And you're like, I don't have time to wash this. Spritz it with some of the On Guard Sanitizing Mist. It takes the stink out of things for a little bit. Or if you have a jacket that you wear on a regular and you're like, I have to dry clean this and I don't want to take this to the dry cleaner because the rest of it is just fine. Freshen it up. You just spritz it on the inside of that coat or that shirt or whatever. If you need something quick on the go, but it needs a little bit of freshening up. On Guard Hand Sanitizing Mist, spritz it on it, and it'll just kind of, because it's got the ethyl alcohol in it, it kind of like evaporates the oil part out of it. But then the On Guard in it kills whatever is going on there. So this is really, really good. And then we have the sanitizing wipes in a pack. Now, some people have said that when they get these over time, like it just dries out, just add a little bit of distilled water to it. And it'll kind of just bring it back. So the oils and things stay there. It's just the water has evaporated through it. So these, don't throw them away if they've been dried out. Just add some water to it and you should be fine. So a pack of these instead of $14 or $11.90. So a couple bucks off. Doesn't, keep them in the car. You could put them in your kid's backpack if that's something that they need to like wipe a surface down. Great teacher gifts going back to school, wiping down the classroom. And then we have our On Guard hand wash items. Okay. These are amazing. We had this at Christmas last year. I love the look of this dispenser. But this combo right here, instead of $30, $29.50, it's $25.08. So you get almost $5 off. And it has the dispenser, the really cute dispenser, and one of the hand washes. And one of those hand washes will fill that bottle up, 1.5 to 2 times. So it's a great starter kit. This is also a really good idea to give to teachers for, for like a back to school gift, right? And then we also have the foaming hand wash by itself. Instead of $20, it's $17. And then the twin pack, which I usually get. This is the best value out of all of them. The price, sometimes people are like, oh my gosh, that's so expensive. But a little, it's in a foaming hand wash, so the hand wash actually lasts quite a while. So one of the things that I wanted to mention, the On Guard oil that we looked at before, I'm just looking at the updates, like the inventory update on these. The On Guard oil is 40% sold out as of 2 days ago. And then this twin refill pack is 40% sold out. So keep that in mind. We still have another week, but towards the end, those things can go really, really fast. Okay, so then we have our On Guard Plus soft gels. So these are great to have. I use these before I go. If I know I'm going to be exposed to a bunch of people, like if I'm going out of town, if I'm traveling, I will always start taking these about 3 or 4 days before I leave, just to kind of help boost that immune system, help activate that immune system response before I'm exposed to everybody else. So taking these first week of school, just to kind of help give you that extra protection, this is definitely one to stock up on. This one is 57% sold out already, one of our most popular ones that we have here. So get yours, stock up. So those are the different items that we have for our back to school sale. And I saw that there was a comment in here, so let me just double check. Oh my gosh, those individually wrapped On Guard wipes. Yes, Kimberly says, I want the individually wrapped On Guard wipes back. You and me both, sister. I am telling you, those were the best to have. They marketed them as samples, but those were great to have just a few of them in your bag, so you didn't have to have the full thing with you, right? Or if you're a mom, you put one of those in your kids' lunches. I'm telling you, I want doTERRA to bring those back. I wish there was a way that I could even make those myself, right? I don't know. I totally agree
I'm not a
with that
mom, but I
100%.
have them in my purse all the time.
All the time. All the time. And because they're individually wrapped, I don't think they would get dried out as much as they did in the big pack. I
Exactly.
loved those. All the time I would use them. I would even wipe them on my hands if I didn't have my hand sanitizer spray. Or I
Exactly.
would wipe my hands and then I'd wipe the surface that is right in front of me.
Exactly. Whose decision was it to get rid of those?
I don't know, but I'm definitely going to be bringing that up again. I'm going to convention next month, so it's in September. And one of the stations that they always have is, what do you have ideas for? What new things do you have, ideas that you want for doTERRA to create? And every year I'm like, individual
If it ain't
straps,
broke, don't fix
don't
it.
fix it. I think usually when they sell stuff like that, or they take things like that, that means they haven't been selling them, or the supplier that they were using raised their prices and it made it less fiscally responsible for them to get. So I don't know. One of those things where I'm like, oy vey, crazy.
Mhm.
So, anyways, any questions about the On Guard products or any of the promotions for the rest of the month of August? I said September in earlier on. I was like, oh, for September 20, I'm already a month ahead. No, we're almost at the end of August. So, all of these things were for August 2026. I'll just say that
That's
right now.
because school used to start after Labor Day in September.
It should go from Labor Day to Memorial Day. That's all I gotta say.
That's what used to happen.
That's what it should be. Why can't we go back there? Why can't we go back?
It's
Again,
too
if it
damn
ain't
hot
broke.
in August.
Mm-hmm.
Too
Well,
hot
in
in August.
Arizona, kids start in July.
Ugh. That's ridiculous.
I know, I know. I heard from somebody once that it's because it's so hot, they don't want kids playing outside in the middle of summer. And so having them in school, so they apparently get out earlier. They get out like at April or something like that, or beginning of May. So that's fair. But I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. So crazy to me. Anyways, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. If there's any questions, put them in the post comments on the YouTube, and we will see you next week.